do what you're going to do every other day. So most of the days what I do is exercises. And so we're going to start with an exercise. And I know you don't know anything about the topic, but that's okay because we're going to start from there. We're going to sort of even maybe challenge some of our assumptions. So first of all, I'm a very organized and very structured person. So we go over all of the how am I going to assess, the course outline with the dates, and nothing is going to change, and it's sort of the contract between the students and me, and that's the way I present it. And then they have a chance to ask questions. But once that's out of the way, then we usually, so in advertising class, I'll show them a series of maybe 6 ads. And I'll say, are these good ads or bad ads? And I'll pick ones that are, you're not sure. And so they have to sort of start thinking about and defending what's a good ad, what's a bad ad, how do I know, how do we measure that? And that's what we're going to be talking about throughout the year. And actually every advertising class, I start the class with an example of an effective and a not effective ad, and why are they? And so, and then the fun thing is at the last day of class, I show them the same 6 ads that they had the first day, and then we have a completely different discussion, and they realize how much they've learned from the first day to the last day.
My previous approach was always what my instructors had done. We would come in, hand out the syllabus, read through the syllabus line by line by line for the entire class. And so 6 years ago I thought, is this the best way to use those first 5 minutes of class when students have probably the greatest curiosity that they'll ever have regarding that course? And so I've changed it so that when students come into class, I say, welcome to my class, you're in the right place, I'll be your professor, my name is this, you can call me that, and let's get started on a problem. And I have them work together in teams of 2 on a problem that is representative of the nature of the material that'll come later in the course. Now, doesn't require a high level of in-depth knowledge to complete the problem, but what they learn through this exercise, and it runs for about 30 minutes, is they get a really good glimpse of what the course is going to be like. They'll be working in pairs quite often in class. They'll be expected to share their thoughts and to ask questions to try to find their way through the problems. And so, like I say, after 30 minutes, they already know what the entire course is going to be like. And part of what I've sprinkled into this problem are some topics that will come up later. And so as we discuss this little problem, after they've worked on it for a while, I'm able to say, oh, that's a great idea and a great observation. We'll talk about that in the 4th week of the course. Or that'll come up in week 9. And so it allows me to foreshadow what's going to come up later on in the course as well.
Sometimes, too, it helps people who aren't interested in the material or the class to see, because I teach electives, so this is not for me, you know, this isn't how I'm going to enjoy it.
Try and incorporate lots of ways to bring the students into actively engaging with whatever you're doing that day. So if it means having them read part of the syllabus aloud or discussing the assignments in smaller groups, or discussing the themes of your course.
Sometimes I have a couple of options in the syllabus that we vote on or discuss or kind of clarify. And I think it's important to set a great tone for what's to come. So to get people engaged and excited about it. So, you know, if you've got any fun kind of splashy material, then that's the time to bring it out, right? To get it set up, to introduce things, and to get people engaged. But also to make sure that there's no confusion. You need to get everybody on the same page so the students have a very clear understanding of what you're going to expect and what they need to do to participate in the class. And so I try never to leave my classroom on the first day without accomplishing some of those basic tasks.
I also give them background on who I am so they know more about me, and hopefully this helps them make a better connection and are more interested in the course as a result of that. They also have to complete it's a form I give out, it's a Who Am I form, and it's stuff I want to know about them. So this is an undergraduate course in the College of Education, so I want to know where are they in their program, and what are their teaching areas, and what are their interests, but I also want to know what their experience is with educational technology, so I know where we're starting from. And in a way, it's almost like a pre-assessment, in that I'm gaining knowledge from them through that form. And I can refer back to that form throughout the class when I'm putting them in groups or when I'm trying to come up with activities and share knowledge that I want to really make them interested in. And so I try and connect that to something that's actually meaningful to them.